Hey everybody, welcome to our daily devotion. It's the Saturday of the Easter weekend and also day 16 of our South African lockdown. I'd like to talk today about having a vertical view versus having a horizontal view. Imagine being one of the disciples of Jesus on the Saturday, the Sabbath day of the weekend that Jesus was crucified. They must have woken up with a sick feeling in their stomachs. Life as they knew it would never be the same again. The day before, Jesus had been brutally crucified. The Roman crucifixion was a torturous way to die. And the man that they loved, their leader, Jesus Christ, had been crucified in this most brutal of fashion. He was a man of peace, children loved him, and yet he had died violently. He was a worker of miracles, and yet hanging on the cross had worked no miracle to take himself down from there. The one who had raised others from the dead had not escaped death himself. And I'm guessing when they woke up that morning, it must have been with a feeling of absolute dread and anguish, panic and hopelessness. That was from horizontal view. What they couldn't see and was only visible from God's vertical view is that hope was just around the corner. Actually, in their case, in less than 24 hours, Jesus would be risen from the dead, the grave would be empty, and such faith and hope would fill their hearts that for the rest of their lives they would carry that message. It's such a challenge to me. The Bible says in Philippians 2 and verse 13 that it is God who works in us to will and to act according to his good purpose. The difficulty every one of us have is that we see our lives through horizontal lenses. We see things as they're coming at us. We don't have a view of the future. But God, in his incredible power, has got a vertical view of our lives, of our past, present, and future. And so when despair and panic and anguish and hopelessness come knocking at the doors of our lives, as they sometimes do, we need to allow God the Father to give us some of his vertical view of our lives. That hope is just around the corner, that this is not as good as it gets. God works in us, Philippians says, according to his good purpose, not according to the things we think God should be doing in us. He's got a far greater plan and a far greater purpose than any of us could ever see at the time. In the Lord's Prayer, Jesus taught us to pray, "Our Father who is in heaven." That reminds us that he's got a vertical view while we are here on earth with a horizontal view. And so our prayer today and every day can be, God, give me your vertical view of my life. Help me to see that where I'm at now is not the end. It's not as necessarily as good as it gets, but hope is just around the corner. I trust that you have an amazing Saturday. God bless.